If we replace you, nobody if we replace you like ah
You choose radio.
My heart is on fire, my heart is on fire, I know fit deny am. You know they retire, Lord, you know they retire, I know fit deny am. I tell them, hold up, slow down. I'll never serve another God, no, no. Cause all of these other gods, yeah. They are the works of men. Should be number one. From my heart. Nobody if he replace you. Nobody if he replace you. Number one.
You choose radio.
Nobody if he replace you. Nobody if he replace you like I don't feel live my life without you.
This is the Positive Forces Show, always giving you more, sending you positive vibes
to change your life.
Yes, I'm your host, Kimone Hall.
And I'm your co-host, Yola. Yoli
in the Hazal.
Cause she be number one. From my heart. Nobody if he replace you. Nobody if he replace you. Number one. King of my heart. Nobody if he replace you. Nobody if he replace you like
Make sure you like and share, Oh my God. Yola, Yoli, how are you doing?
I'm good. We got 3 goods today. That's always a good thing. One for each name. Yola's good. Yols is good. Yoli is good. That's good. That's how it goes.
That's what's up. All right. So you guys should be very, very, very in tune and know about Yola and her 4 different personalities. So
yeah, 3 or 4.
Don't have to say that anymore.
I don't think we've gotten to 5.
Oh Lord.
3 or 4. So how are you, Kimmy Kim?
I'm doing fantastic. It is Saturday. It is hot out there. It is hot in here in Atlanta. This is actually hot Atlanta today, y'all. For real. No bipolar. It looks like it's gonna rain.
Yeah, it was pretty cloudy this morning. Actually, where we're at right now feels really good to me. We're like mid 80s or so, somewhere around there. But you'll get to the weather for next week, Kimmy Kim.
For this week,
and we're gonna have a heat wave.
Oh, geez.
So get ready.
Ooh, I love the fire though. I live for the fire.
No, I think as I get older, I'm not really into the hot. Like I love the summer and the hot and the heat.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of like going more into I like mid 80s.
Oh,
I like
Lord.
more like California.
She's switching up on us. No, she's switching up on us.
I definitely hate winter. I still don't like winter. One thing I like about winter is winter fashion.
Okay, well,
Other than that,
yeah.
I'm done, right?
Yeah, me too. I love the fashion, but I hate the cold, so I'll give up the fashion in a heartbeat, yo. Yeah, I just don't like the cold. I don't like the cold.
No, I'm not a winter person. Everything hurts in the winter. I'm sure you guys have heard me say that before.
I do love
the regular listeners of the Positive Forces show. Yeah. Everything hurts me in the winter. Everything hurts. So I'm not a winter person.
And you get like real hot in the summertime now. So now you're just like, oh, I can't handle the heat.
Right.
Oh my God. So where do you need to live?
I don't know. Maybe somewhere. I don't even know. I don't even know. I think what I need to do is just move around.
Get a
if
pool.
there was a way that I could, I have enough space for a pool.
Yeah, get a pool, put a pool in the backyard.
Yeah.
Turn on your AC, you good.
Yeah, if there was a way that I could move around, different times of the year,
yeah,
I think that would be ideal for me.
I mean, especially if you work from home.
Yeah, yeah. And you
Hey,
could
don't
just
let
take your
them hear you.
laptop
Don't let them hear
anywhere.
you. Don't let them hear you because they might hear you and they be like, wait a minute, she can't work from home. Because then you could go to Trinidad and work there for 6 months and work some,
Yeah, I could.
rotate it around.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna put that to my job
Ooh.
and see what they think.
They
Let's see what they
want you. They
say.
need you there. So they probably say, yeah, whatever you want, Yola Lou.
Whatever you like.
Whatever you want. Let's open up with prayer. Go ahead, Yola, it's on you.
Heavenly Father, thank you for bringing us here again on this beautiful Saturday, a day that you have made on the Positive Forces show. Thank you, Lord, for guiding us. Thank you, Lord, for walking with us. Thank you, Lord, for everything that you've given us, the things that we, take for granted, the
Yes,
things that we
God.
recognize, the things that we don't even know that you do.
Yes.
Thank you, Lord. I just want to say thank you and praise you. I love you. We love you and continue to be with us by our side in these times. I pray this in your name.
In
Amen.
Jesus' name, amen. That's what's up. Thank you. Hey, so how was your week?
My week was good. Let's see what happened. I went to CVS.
Okay, all
And
right.
this is the second time I've been to CVS, and the guy, the customer service guy, who's the grumpy rumpy, has actually been really nice. I don't know if he got a promotion or if he got,
You make more money.
or if he got, I don't know if he got more money or if his new supervisor, because they've changed, it looks to me like they've changed management at the CVS I go to. So I don't know if they gave him an attitude adjustment.
Maybe he got a new girl or something.
Him or whatever happened, but whatever happened,
He might have a new girl.
who knows? He might have a girlfriend. So whatever it is, he's a nice guy now. He even helped me check out. Of course, I don't think he recognizes me as a person that you annoy. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. But he's actually nice now.
Are you gonna tell him? Like you have to tell him, like, yo, before that was me. You used to like really be nasty to me.
What's funny is the last time I went, which was one day this week, after I left the store, I was like, you know what? I should tell him. I was like, nah, it's okay, just whatever.
Bygones?
Yeah.
No such thing. No such thing.
Maybe he needed medication and he got some. I don't know. Maybe he had a bunion and feet was hurting him. I don't know. Whatever it is, he's a good guy now. Let's see how long it lasts. I will keep you guys posted.
I know what it is. Pick up yourself, DJ VJ Smiles. He said it's the water.
Oh,
Hey.
Yoli's water. No, actually, DJ VJ Smiles is not, because I did not sell him any of that, nor do I promote it or any of such things. So no, it was not Yoli's water. Otherwise, my week was fine. For some reason, this week wasn't one of those, start Monday, Wednesday, and then wake up from Wednesday, and it's Saturday. I'm on the Positive Forces show.
Okay.
This week was actually a bit slow paced, even though I did have a lot of work to do, and I did do my work.
All right.
It was a lot slower than usual, which I don't mind, because then I can actually, stop and see what's going on, versus that rat race run through the week kind of thing that I experience most of the time. So my week was good. How about yours?
All right. Well, listen, man, my week is good. I mean, we've been counting down. Of course, it's the final countdown. We're preparing for a break, summer break. Hey, guess what I'm doing this summer?
What's up?
I'll be working. Can you imagine that? I can't believe I actually decided to work, yo. I'm working this summer.
And why did you do that?
I figured, you know what? It'll be worth it this time. It'll be worth it. So I'm working summer school. So it's only 3 weeks. I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do summer school this time. So but it's still okay. It's only 3 weeks and it's a couple of hours for the day. So I'll be all right. Plus, it doesn't pay bad either. So I'm like, the kids need the extra help.
So it's 3 weeks. It's just like an extra help kind of thing. Like,
nah, it's if they fail. If they fail, they have to come.
So gotcha. Okay.
So I'm like, yo, it's my first time ever, yo. Because usually I'm like, the summer is mine to do whatever I want to do, and to do ministry. I've been doing, and I just like flipped up.
Wow.
Yeah, yo.
What in the world?
I know.
What's going on?
I think
right?
it's age. I don't know.
Really think
I gotta
that?
I gotta blame it on something.
Right. Don't blame it on the rain. You don't have any. Blame it on age.
Yeah, it's age. Something. It's something. But it's cool. It's all good. I get to hang out some more with some of the kids that didn't make it, and hopefully they'll do what they're supposed to do, and we can send them off. It's becoming real to some of them that they're leaving. You know, they're heading out of middle. They're going into the high school. Yeah, so it's becoming real.
Nice.
Speaking of high school and school, we're going to have Mr. Willie Mosley on. He ran for commissioner for District Number 4. He'll be on today. So we anticipate talking to him about the conditions of what's going on in the DeKalb school system. There's been a lot of stuff on the news about that. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yes, I have.
Yes. So he should be on with us shortly. So we're going to jump into Yoli's corner.
Yes, let's do it.
We're going to do it. We're going to run the track.
Run a track. Because I don't have a song yet, so let's go.
Come on, you know we just go with the flow. We go with the flow.
Wait.
No, we don't know
Wait. Stop, selector.
Oh, geez.
I made a request.
What did you say?
I wanted to hear a song from Rise On.
Oh, yeah, you did. Excuse me, Rise On.
Sorry.
Which one you want to hear?
Who got
Act like
this?
you know. Who got this?
Run the track.
Run it. Yoli's corner, guys. Hey. Who got this?
The situation that I'm facing is like a giant, and I wonder if I make it. Oh, Jesus, help me with my faith quick. I really must admit, Goliath, I've been shaking. Jesus says, son, remember who I am. Consider what I've done. Them giants have to run. Don't you forget who got this. My Jesus, my Jesus. Hey, who got this? My Jesus. Get your confidence back. Get your confidence. Hey, Jesus had us under control. On his one is my soul. Jesus had us under control.
Yes. Yoli's Corner. So before I start my Yoli's Corner, I do want to give a shout out to my partner.
Hey.
Miss Claudette Brumfield is watching, and we
All
at
right.
the Positive Forces Show appreciate you and your dedication and your friendship and your love. We love you, you special lady.
Yes.
So, Yoli's Corner today, guys, it's not going to be something big and all this, stuff. It's still going to be the 3 points that I always touch on: the body, the mind, and the spirit. However, I thought that since we are almost at the halfway mark of 2022, and 2 weeks is going to be Memorial Day, and
Wait a
next week
minute.
it's going to be June.
Yeah.
So we are getting into the 6th month
Oh my God.
of 22, just like that. Poof. So, because we are at the halfway mark, I thought it would be good to just refocus ourselves on the balancing our body, our mind, and our spirit.
Okay.
And just a reminder of balancing those 3 things and why we should balance those 3 things. So today's Holy Corner is how to balance the body, the mind, and the spirit. And the reason why we should balance it because, believe it or not, for us, in my opinion, to be, well-functioning whole people, these are the 3 things that we should have in alignment.
Okay.
We should have our body and our mind and our spirit working together in harmony, right? So let's start with the body. Having your body, improving your body, the ways that you can do that are by basically exercising. And when I say exercising is different for different people, right? what you would do in your 20s may not be what you would do in your 30s, may not be what you would do in your 40s or your 50s or your 60s or your 70s. However, whatever you do when it comes to exercising your body or, being good to your body, you should try to do something that you like, something that you can stick to. And if you're someone like me who gets bored with exercise very quickly, you could do what I do. You can have a bunch of different things that you do, right? You might do, like I might do bar method for 30 days, and then I might switch to resistance band for 30 days, and then I might do some excessive weight training for 30 days.
Okay.
Or I might just mix it up throughout the week. I might do like 2 or 3 days of bar and maybe 2 other days of resistance, or I might do 3 days a week, or I might do 5 days a week. Besides that, if you're someone that does not work out, try to think about the ways that you can get your body moving. It doesn't have to be any of the exercise programs that I use. It could just be simple walking. Walking is a great way to get your body moving, to get your heart pumping, to get your joints moving, to help lubricate your body. Another thing as far as, being good to your body, it's not just self care. That's so general. Everybody uses that to the point where I'm kind of tired of hearing about it. But, try to remember to eat things that feed your body. Have the occasional, make sure that you're getting, a well balanced diet or well balanced meal, and realize that just because you want to have vegetables or fruits or salads, you don't have to spend an arm and a leg for that. You can go to farmers markets, you can go to grocery stores, some discount grocery stores. Everybody doesn't have to shop at Publix or Kroger.
Okay.
And
Okay.
even if you choose to shop at those places, they have lots of cards that you can use to give you discounts. Publix is always having a buy one get one free for some really good stuff to feed your body.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Another thing is, be good to your body, the physical part on the outside. Yeah, working out, eating right, but also take the time to, really take care of your skin, which is
Oh.
like the biggest organ on our body, believe it or not, is our skin. You know, Lotion it, bathe, exfoliate, take good care of on the outside as well as on the inside. So those are a couple of things you can do to help, be good to your body.
Okay.
Now, when it comes to the mind, um, I always think that any type of education or knowledge that you can give yourself
Mhm.
is a good way to feed your mind or to make your mind a stronger um, thing, right? For lack of a better word. Sorry, guys. But your mind, feed your mind with something educational. Try to learn something. The whole point of the mind, one aspect, is to exercise your brain. So why not learn something new? You know, Pick up a new hobby, something that requires you to think. Like beading, or maybe learn a new language, or maybe just learn a couple of phrases in French or Spanish. Just
Parlez-vous
something.
français?
Oui, oui, petit peu. Yes, very little. But you know, pick up a language. There's a whole bunch of different free apps that you can download that you can practice how to speak conversational Spanish or conversational French.
Yeah.
Learn something new, exercise your brain, take up some Sudoku, take some crossword puzzles, do something that will exercise your mind, or at least relax your mind if you're stressed, or just bring some type of education to your mind so that you're constantly using it in a good way, in a positive way.
Okay.
And also be mindful of what you're feeding your mind. We sit around, we watch the news, stuff like that, and you might have some friends that are constantly feeding you negative things.
Yeah.
There are friends like that. Um, so just try to limit how much the things that you are bombarding your mind with, or at least balance it out with some positive things, maybe some positive affirmations. Learn something, some good hobby, something to exercise your brain, but also feed your brain with something good for it. It'll lift up your spirit, make you feel a lot better. Now, to the spirit, my favorite part. Um, for the spirit, a way to nurture it and keep it in alignment with obeying or living good or feeling good is by reading the word. yes, it's good to join like Bible study fellowship or your local church's Bible study so that you can learn things about the Bible with a community of women or a community of men or co-ed. But it's always good to be feeding. Another thing that you can do is take up a Bible app and use that.
Yeah.
If you take like I use I think it's called Bible app. I think it's
Yeah, I
actually
have
what it's
that.
called,
I have
right?
it too. Yeah.
So you can set that up to give you a verse every day.
Mm-hmm.
You can also set it up to give it to you a specific time of day. So you can like have it give you an alarm in the morning so that when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is that. Or when it's lunchtime, you can take a break and read a verse and meditate on it. And what I also like about the Bible app is that now they have these little segments where it'll give you the verse of the day and it'll have somebody like a clergyman or a pastor or a priest or a deacon or whatever
Chaplain.
that does a video of it and explains it to you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then it also asks you some follow-up questions that you can actually, save on there and share with other people in your Bible app community. So these are the kind of ways that you can like feed your spirit to help all that come into alignment with yourself is to, read the word with other people, other fellow Christians, read the word by yourself and just feed that part of your body, right? Feed that part of your spirit, to keep it in alignment. And so what I want you guys to do at this almost 6 month mark of 22 is to focus on getting these three parts of what makes us, our human beings, in alignment. I always talk about those three different parts and parts that things that you can do in those three parts to help make you better or at least propel you into that light or into your purpose. But today, I want you to refocus your energy on getting those three things in alignment. Because, in all honesty, it's not the easiest thing to do. But I find if we can take time to remind ourselves that we should strive to keep those things in balance,
Yeah.
it just makes you feel better all the way around. Those three things are required to keep us going. It's like our spirit is in there, yes, and it is protected by the physical outer body. It harnesses that. And we're supposed to treat our body like a temple and be good to it. And we're supposed to, feed our mind with good things to keep that positive feeling, positive vibes, and, out of some of the mental illness issues that people deal with today, even before, pre, and post COVID, right?
Yeah.
So let's refocus our energy on getting these three things in alignment. Yeah. So, in conclusion, I just wanted to come to you guys today and remind you that we should still be striving to keep the body, mind, and the spirit in alignment.
Yeah.
And that we need those three things together and to realize that, yes, sometimes you might fall short of the body. Sometimes you might fall short of the mind. Sometimes you might fall short of the spirit. But you can always dust yourself off, pick yourself up,
Yes.
and get them in alignment again.
Yes.
And just every now and again, do a check in with yourself
Right.
and see where you are. Am I doing good things for my body? Am I doing something good for my mind? Am I making sure that my spirit is fed?
Yeah.
So that these three things can align with each other, so that we can actually be that light that shines on the inside, shines out on the outside, so that everybody can see you and gravitate towards you and the goodness that you are giving out for
Okay.
people that need to see that.
All right.
Yeah. So with
All right.
that is Yoli's Corner for today on the Positive Forces Show. Guys, let's work on realignment.
All right. That's good. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. All right. All right. All right. Realignment. Realignment. Having some balance. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Good topic. And I like that. Let your light be able to shine, because this world is dark. So if you have some positive lights, well, you can't have. Well, can you have dark light? Yeah.
Well, I recently have come to realize that from Bible Study Fellowship that there are some people that their actions, when you realize that your actions aren't really aligning with what you're supposed to be believing and obeying, you can really be convicted by that. And it makes you want to, it can be perceived as a dark light.
Dark light.
Yeah.
Isn't light good though? Light's supposed to be like good and beaming and
yeah,
a
but
dim your
you
light.
could, you could take a light bulb and paint it black,
Yeah,
right?
dim the light, dim the light.
You could have dim lights, right? Your light, you want it to shine bright, but every now and again it
It's
can
dim.
dim.
Yeah,
You know, it can dim
yeah.
because maybe you're stressed out at your job.
Yeah.
It could be dim because of something someone's doing to you that you haven't really, got past that. It could be a stronghold that has you
Bound,
and
yes.
bound, and so your light dims a little bit. All of our lights dim at some point, so that could be perceived as a dark light. Sure, why not? But there's a way out of that.
All right, all right.
And then when it comes to shining bright and being a Christian and believing in Christianity and believing in the Holy Trinity and believing in Jesus and believing in God and all of that, I feel a part of what we're supposed to do is shine. And to do that, you have to obey. You have to pray. You have to learn about Jesus. And your goal should be to try to be Christ like. And in doing that, it reflects in your actions. And every time that you feel that you might be dim, just check in with yourself or check in with a fellow Christian if that'll help you. But at some point, do a check in.
Yeah. Check in with God.
Check in with God.
Not, Lord Jesus, I think I need you right now.
So check in, do a check in with yourself.
Definitely, man.
And then you can see where you are, because sometimes things do bring us down. And that I think that some people can have a dark light. I don't think that it's intentional or on purpose. It's just something that happens sometimes. And
I mean, it's reality, it's life, right?
Yeah,
so
it's
you're gonna
life.
have times
I
where
mean, look at where we are, so
yeah, but even though where we are, you're talking about like COVID now.
no, I'm thinking everything. COVID, crime,
War.
war,
Yeah.
people making decisions that are not good.
Yeah.
The person that cuts you off unintentionally and you go into road rage. The people at your job that are not polite and you just want to curse them out.
Oh my.
Stuff like that.
So
It's a bunch
it's
of
there.
stuff.
It's there. You can't. It's inevitable, right?
Yeah.
You cannot act as if it doesn't exist. But with me, I like to act as if a lot of it doesn't exist and clear that from my world. If anything is negative comes around me, I quickly try and get rid of it quickly. The war, we can't do anything about that. We just have to do what we our part here in the U.S. But I guess I don't just focus on it. I don't focus on it a lot. I guess when it starts to affect us here in the US more directly, if God forbid it does, then, yeah, but we pray for them. We pray for the people in Ukraine. We pray for the people that are are going through, and the soldiers. We do. So that's our part. I think that it's not good to be able, I don't know, you have to be protective of your space and your mind. So if you take on all of that, then it's going to be so overwhelming that you're not going to be able to produce and do what you're supposed to do for yourself and your family and your circle of people and whatever you're supposed to do in general, because then you can start living in fear, like, oh my God, what's going to happen? And so a lot of things can come from that. It's easy to just turn off the news. Like with me, I don't watch too much of it because it's so inundated with a lot of negative. You might get something positive, and it's literally about 30 seconds of positive news, right? If you get a minute, you're lucky, 1 minute of good news, and then it goes right back.
I get a lot of good news.
On the news?
Yes.
What news are you listening to?
I watch Fox 5 Atlanta.
And Fox 5 Atlanta gives you a lot of good news.
Yeah, they do a good job.
All right.
I will say they do a good job. They do. To me, that's just my perspective, Yes, they report the bad news, but they also have a bunch of segments that are uplifting, talking about the good that people are doing, or just showcasing other people's talents or whatever, you know? So, yeah. But yeah, we're inundated with a lot of stuff, and you just need to be, mindful, careful, and remember to do a check in on yourself.
Okay. All right.
Shout out to Pastor Wendy.
Hey, the other
Shout
fly
out
girl.
to the original fly girl
Yes.
in the house.
All right.
Pastor says, boom, hey, fly girls, blessed love to you. Yes, blessings and love to you too, darling.
Blessings. All right, we're gonna end Yoli's corner.
Yes, let's go, run the track.
Run it.
Hey, Ryzen. Dude, I need an update on my band.
Let's go, Rising.
Road March 22, let's go. No, 23, Carnival Gone already.
You've been listening to Yoli's Corner.
The situation that I'm facing is like a giant, and I wonder if I make it. Oh, Jesus, help me with my faith quick. I really must admit, Goliath, I've been shaking. Jesus says, son, remember who I am. Consider what I've done. The giants have to run. Don't you forget who got this. My Jesus, my Jesus. Hey, who got this? My Jesus. Get your confidence back. Get your confidence. Hey, Jesus had us under control. All is well with my soul. Jesus had us under control. All is well with my soul. I'm back and I'm ready now, man. Make confidence come action. His hand is not too short to save. That's why I can step my ground. Greater is he who is in me than he who is in the world. I know my God will defend me. These giants will fall. Jesus said, daughter. Remember that I love you. Just look how far I brought you from. The giants have to run. Don't you forget who got this. My Jesus. Hey, who got this? My Jesus. Get your confidence back. Get your confidence. Hey, Jesus had us under control. All is well with my soul. Jesus had us under control. All is well with my soul. Say to your neighbor right now and tell them, stay calm. Have faith. Stay calm. Have faith. Who got this? Stay calm. Put your sling up to the sky and swing it on the mountain. Put your faith in the Most High God, 'cause every single giant in your life will have to fall down. Put your sling up to the sky. Now let it go. Look Goliath in the eye. Now let it go. Who got this? My Jesus. Hey, who got this? My Jesus. Get your confidence back. Get your confidence.
It's a rising day. You should see your face.
You are more than a conqueror. Everything that you do, expect to win. Don't give up with your faith. Don't beat up with your father. Pick yourself off the ground, repent and wait.
No, she gave me that look like, why'd you cut my song?
Into the light. To the front. You belong. Come out to the dark. Step into the light.
Right, son. Pick up yourself.
Tell me what is your faith. Tell me what is your faith. Who do we serve?
Jesus.
Lion or
Judah.
Alpha.
Maker.
God before me. Who can be a to His word, light of the world, salt of the earth. And who are we? Pretending to be small, know who you are, and act like you know. Yeah. And all it takes is a little faith. Yo. Who do we serve? Jesus. Lion or what? True liar. Alpha or not? It's God before me. Who can be against you? Act like you know. Act like you know. Act like you know. Act like you know now. It's God before me. Who can be against you? Act like you know. Act like you know. It's God before me. Who can be against you?
You better act like you know, act like you know, act like you know. If God is for you, who in the world could be against you? Hey,
No one.
that's a reassurance. You know what I'm saying? That's a reassurance. That's a great reassurance to know that regardless of what's going on in your life, no matter what's going on, good or bad, that you have God backing you. You have backing you. You have Jesus Christ in your corner. Woo!
Nice.
Act like you know. You are not alone. You are not alone. You may feel like you're alone in this dark world. Can we say the world is dark? I'm in this dark light mode today. In
Yeah,
this
what is
world
up
full
with
of
you and the word dark?
I don't know. I don't know. This world is full of darkness. It is. But you got some lights, and you got some people that have their lights, and they're trying to beam into this dark world. And we're gonna overtake the darkness. We have to, because Jesus is going to win. It says it at the end of the book. If you don't know it,
Amen to that.
that's right. You were talking about reading the Bible.
Yeah.
Doing something different for yourself, making sure you take care of your body, you take care of your soul, and
Mind.
your mind, right?
Yep.
Yeah. It's good.
Give
It's
some
good.
pointers today, everybody, how to
Yeah.
keep all that stuff in balance.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
remember to do a check in. I just want to do a check in with our listeners. You know,
Yeah.
check in.
Yeah.
We're coming to the midpoint, kind of, sort of, or
Mhm.
at least quickly approaching. Let's say that the midpoint of 22, which honestly I feel like it just started, which actually it did.
It
But we
did.
are already
In the midpoint.
quickly approaching June,
Yeah.
the 6th month of
I can't
22.
believe it. My birthday is coming up, y'all. That I can believe. Hey, May 24.
Nice.
Yes. I love birthdays. Like birthdays are a thing for me. Birthdays, Christmas, but birthdays for sure. I love celebrating birthdays.
Okay.
Yeah. But what you're talking about with the Bible, like I've been digging into Daniel, the book of Daniel this week, past 2 weeks, this week mostly, last week too. And yeah, it's really good to be able to get a book and sit down and read it and study it and try to figure out, what's going on, what is God telling us in these times. So that's always a good thing. The book of Daniel, I'm listening to it like at least 4, 5, 6, 7 times. I listen to it and I look at it. Listen from that same app you're talking about, right? So I listen to it and I read it and then I go over it and I see if I missed anything. And I'll go over it again and listen to it and read it. And I just keep doing that. And then afterwards, I'm going to do a deep study. Once I'm finished with all the 12 chapters, I'm going to do a deep study on it and, figure out what exactly it's saying. Because you can read the Bible 15 times, and get something totally different from it every single time.
Yeah,
Because
that's true.
yeah.
That's true. So Thursday was the last night for my Bible study fellowship group.
Okay.
We just did Matthew, which was awesome. I loved it. I think we all did.
All right.
And yeah, one of the women in my group said that exact same thing, that you can read it and you get something different every time. Because some of them had actually done Matthew before. So it's like them doing Matthew again,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
And every single time you get something different.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's so very true statement.
Yeah. Because the Bible is alive, right? The Bible it never ends.
Yeah, someone else said that too.
It's-
Wow, were you in my group?
Hey, I mean, the spirit leads, but it is alive, and God is alive, and He died for our sins, and He came back and gave us the Comforter, which is the Holy Ghost, and that's supposed to be inside of us. His Spirit, And so,
One other thing, something else that you guys can use if anyone's interested.
okay.
You can look up Encounter on the internet.
Encounter.
Yes, Encounter is another program. I guess you could call it a program,
Mhm.
site, whatever, that gives a verse every day.
Okay.
And what it does is it reads the verse that it picks, and then it reads it from different versions
Mhm.
of the Bible,
Mhm.
and then it does like a spiritual meditation time. Because one thing that I learned, it's good to read the word, but it's also important to meditate on it so that you can see what it is that it's trying to tell you or feed you. So if you want something like that, Encounter is another good site to go to. What I did was I subscribed to it, and then it puts the verse in a folder in my email, a folder specifically for Encounter, and you can. It doesn't take long. The ones that they give every day, and it goes through a verse, and then it reads it from another version, like King James or NIV, and then or the American Standard Version, and then it does this little meditation part. It takes every part of that verse, sentence by sentence, and then allows you to think about what it is that it's really talking about. So I really love Encounter. My best friend also uses Encounter, and it's very helpful. If you're one of those people that like to do some type of um, getting in every day, that's a good thing to do. Get the Bible app or try Encounter. They're both really good. Shout out to Kimmy
Kimmy
Moreau.
Doodoo. Kimmy Moreau.
Yes.
Hello,
The
you
wonderful
darling.
lady
That's
with
the sister
the
from another mother.
fantastic French last name.
Bonjour, comment allez-vous?
Kimmy Moreau.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Kimmy. Kimmy says, "Hi, ladies. Kimmy here. Yeah, girl. I had to get you a song because I have a song for Kimone's sister Monica.
Yeah.
Right. I had to get Kimmy a song. So greetings to you too, Queen. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Ça va?
Bonjour. Ça va. Ça va bien.
We are good.
All right.
Thank you, lady.
All right. So we're going to get into the weather in Atlanta. Ooh, jeez. Right now in Atlanta, it's 81 degrees. Yes, that sounds like music in my ear. 81 degrees with a low of 63 tonight. Tomorrow is going to be sunny again, 85 with a low of 65. On Monday, it will be cloudy with rain. Wow, at 86 with a low of 59. On Tuesday, it's going to be sunny, 86 with a low of 61. On Wednesday, partly sunny. It's going to be 92 degrees, 92 with a low of 68. On Thursday, it's going to be 93 degrees with a low of 67. Friday, 92 with a low of 70. And next Saturday is going to be 89 with a low of 67. So that is the weather for you in Atlanta. The only time you have to worry about rain is going to be on Monday, according to what they're saying. So, hey, we're going to have some hot days.
Yeah, that's the heat wave I was talking about.
Man, it's 92, 90 what? Yes, cha-ching.
Yeah, not looking forward to it.
Oh, man, it's going to be hard being at work with that kind of...
That means I'm going to have to put my AC on.
Yeah.
I'm not really feeling that, but
What?
Update. So this past year, I put solar panels on my
Oh,
roof.
yeah.
Right? And it took forever
It did.
to get it,
Installed.
and Georgia Power coming out and giving me what they called permission to operate and all that stuff, right? And then I finally got permission to operate after it had been installed like 4 or 5 months. And Georgia Power said, okay, well, you will see a difference in your bill in the next 1 or 2 months.
Ooh.
And I was like, oh, 1 or 2 months? I was waiting so long.
Yeah.
Girlfriend!
Tell me.
Ladies, any men that might be listening, I got my bill.
Okay, let's go. So tell us what it was before, prior to
Prior to, my bill was about
pre-solar panels.
250, and then it came down to about 190.
Okay.
It fluctuates
All right.
between 150 and 250.
Okay. 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 I need a drum roll. Hold on.
Yeah, drum roll, please. Drum roll.
I don't even have no drum roll effect, yo.
Well, give me a bomb now.
You gonna get a the bomb is for after.
Okay. My bad. Okay, ladies,
Yes.
men,
Yes.
listen to this.
Yes.
Listen
Come
to
on.
this.
Come on.
My bill,
Yes. Come on. We're waiting. We're waiting.
$33.
What?
I paid for my outdoor light. I look at the bill, I watch the bill, I watch the bill, okay? I watch the bill. What? $16 for my outdoor light. This is a light that I had Georgia Power put in for security. When I first moved into where I live right now, it was a very dark place. Didn't have the subdivision behind my house. Now it was real dark. Yes. So it was the outdoor light and a little bit of current. Pastor, when you know what I'm talking about. Current.
We know current.
At the night. Yes, and you know.
Jamaican, we know current.
Current.
Yeah.
Right? This is not when you pick up somebody and your friends say you have current.
Yeah.
I mean like electricity. $33, y'all.
Wow.
I'm tripping. So now what happens next is when I put on my AC, I'll let y'all know what my bill come out to be. But what I'm hoping is that
$33.
since it's producing energy in the daytime, that is what is going to be used the most. So my strategy now is when it's producing in the day, that's when I use most of my electricity. And at night, it's nighttime, we sleep in, right? So not so much electricity being used.
But wait, so the energy that doesn't get used up per day gets sent to Georgia Power.
Yes, it goes back to what they call the grid.
The
Now,
grid.
it doesn't have to be that way. You can get a battery, but I learned this after the fact so that you can store
it
and
for
give them
yourself.
back less. So my panels generate a maximum amount, and then anything over that goes to the grid.
$33. Jeez.
Yeah, it goes back to the grid. So I'm a happy camper right
Listen,
now.
I think
Don't ask any more
okay,
questions.
but the thing, yeah, I have
Except
to.
you.
I have to. So, but the initial cost of it though, you're saying that you're going to see what is like the worth of it, like it was worth it.
Yeah, well, the idea is that
It's not for free. Like
no,
I've been
now,
seeing in the
I've been
news
seeing some.
that they want to give it to Gwinnett residents for
I've been,
free. I
I've been
want
seeing
that.
some clips that where you can qualify for the government
Qualify.
to put the panels on at no cost to you.
Okay.
Of course, I didn't know that before, but that's okay because what the guy worked up,
Mhm.
it turns out that I would be paying less anyway if I was paying how much I was paying at that time anyway. So to me, it's a savings, and of course, I can pay it off earlier. And the interest rate was really
Low.
really low.
Okay.
So to me, in how many years it's going to take me to pay it off, I would still be in pocket, and it's still worth it. Now, if anybody can get it installed for free, go for it.
Yeah.
Just don't get ripped off. So on
Don't,
Monday,
yeah.
apparently there's this station that I watch. I think it's Fox News. I'm not sure, but one of their correspondents, his name is Randy Travis. He's the guy that goes out and figures out, if you're being ripped off, why you're being ripped off. He'll go to the person and say, hey, you're ripping other people off. Why are you doing that? So he's going to have a special guest. It's on the ones that are not the ones to go with. That's what I'm hoping it is. So, or at least an awareness of what happens before anyone else does it. And for me, I'm a little bit of a conspiracy theorist
Okay.
in that, the solar panel revolution is ramping up, and so you have to have something to counteract that.
True.
It's like, everybody's buying a bunch of eggs, eggs. All of a sudden, the FDA comes out and says, "Hey guys, don't eat so much eggs because they need to balance everything out, right?" So one day something's good, another day it's not good, la la la. So that's how it goes. But yeah, man, I'm very happy camper right now. Very, very, very happy. So,
All right. Awesome.
what's up?
Nice.
So I would read the comments. However, I think our caller is ready. So
Yeah, yeah,
why don't you
yeah.
introduce him for us, Kimmy Kim?
All right. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh. All right. So this is what we've been waiting on. All right. So on the line with us, Mr. Willie Mosley Jr. He's on. He is wow. Man, I wish we could see his face, but that's okay. So he's calling in. Mr. Mosley ran for District 4 in 2014 for office in DeKalb County Public Schools. So we just want to welcome him again. And he is not new to You Choose Radio. He's not new to the Positive Forces show. But he is back on with us again, and we just want to say thank you for being with us, sir. Can you hear us? Wait, let's see. I can hear you, but hold on. I want to make sure we can hear you well. Let's try it again, sir. Go ahead. Wait, nope, that's not it. All right, that was my fault. Let's try that one more time.
Okay, hello. How's everybody?
Yes, yes, yes. We're doing fantastic.
We are
How
great.
are you, sir?
Thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Yes,
Welcome.
absolutely.
Welcome to the Positive Forces show.
Yes, thank you. I'm sorry that I can't physically and show my face, but I'm here with you in spirit and on the telephone.
That's good. That's
Thank
awesome.
you. We appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. And you've been on here before and you've shared your passion about the school system in DeKalb County
Yes,
and
yes.
all that was going on and all that we would probably eventually start seeing. And boom, not long after, it didn't take a lot of years, but not long after, a lot of what you're saying is coming to light or has come to light. And it has come to light because of students that have taken it upon themselves to say, hey, enough is enough. These are the conditions of the school in which we are in, and this is what we need assistance with. So go ahead first and tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we're going to get into that topic.
Well, thank you once again, Willie Mosley. I ran for School Board District 3 in DeKalb County. Of course, I ran also for DeKalb County Commissioner,
District 3.
District 7.
Okay.
And I'm glad you all are looking at this and the things are happening and going on in DeKalb County. I'm sorry that our students have to go through the things um, that they're going through at these different schools, but this is what I ran on. And I'm glad y'all are picking up on it and looking at it for yourself.
Yeah, 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 absolutely. And the kids, yeah, like you said, you talked about it. You've been warning people, and I'm not sure if you're going to be running again now. But what is it that you can say about the situation now? Now that it's out, now that the kids are talking about it, now that the state superintendent is seeing what's going on, what is it now that you would like to share?
Well, this is where we have to go now. That happened in the past. Yes, I ran on it, but we can move forward. We first have to have accountability.
Yeah.
There is no accountability. I'm gonna have to go back on accountability. We have, that's number one. Number two, we need to do an audit for every school, all the money that's coming in from the state and from federal.
Okay.
If you remember, I told you about $260+ million they want to spend on the north side. Now they just got a check for 330 million. You're talking about almost $1 billion. We still have not yet voted on selling the property that all the old school was sitting on and been torn down, and the taxpayer is still paying taxes on the empty lots. Question needs to be, what are we doing with this money?
Yeah. 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 Explain this money. That's the SPLOS. Is that what you had mentioned before? SPLOS 4, 5, and 6. Is that
Yes,
that?
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
So what is SPLOS?
yes, ma'am. The splash money, um, what I was explaining to you is that the taxpayers vote on for money to come into the county. But what is not being done is that the Board of Education, Cap County Commissioners, the board member of school system, when money come in from the state and from federal, the money is split up for, if you have 7 board members for the Cap County uh, Board of Education, the money is there to fix or repair or rebuild whatever needs to be done in the school system. Well, what's happening is the Cap County School um, put this money back and put it in a bank where it can draw interest. Well, the taxpayers don't know what is going on with this money.
Right.
Now, I'm getting ready to upset you, and I hate to say this, but we just voted on another splosh 6.
Yeah.
But you yet haven't been told, have you spent all of splosh 4?
And 5.
Have you spent all of splosh 5?
Mm-hmm.
But yet you want the taxpayers, which just passed recently, for splosh 6. Now, what are we doing with all this money?
Yeah.
And now keep in mind what I'm about to say. And I need you all to stay calm as much as possible. But do not believe Willie Mosley. The bus drivers, our cooks, our janitors, maintenance people,
Yeah.
our workers that work out in the fields. They haven't got a raise, a good raise, to keep them aboard.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
You don't want to bring back people have retired or quit to go elsewhere. We are contracting a whole lot of jobs out when we shouldn't. And all of this needs to be looked into. We need 2 police officers at every high school, at every middle school. We need a police officer at every elementary school. We need reading labs and math labs at every school.
True.
Especially on the south side of the Cap County. Especially.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Wow. One resource officer for each. Not even in my county. In Gwinnett County, we have a resource officer for the middle school. We share one for elementary and middle in our particular county, in our particular cluster. So I mean, but if the money is there, like it sounds like you're saying that the money is there for that. There are funds allotted that could be allocated to that specific purpose. That's a lot of resource officer, but again, it's probably needed with the population being served in DeKalb County.
DeKalb County have wasted more money by doing nothing. Now, let me share some with you. When you have, and it's sad to say, it's real sad to say, when you have a school like Lakeside that have rodents, rats, smelling sewers coming up in the drain of a high school, we have a problem.
Yeah.
But do remember now, I ran on this.
Yeah.
When you have mildew at high schools,
yeah,
this would have never happened in the first place.
True.
But I ran on this. And I can imagine. I want everybody to hear this. The teachers, and you hear me good, the teachers have been warned and been told on the south side of the county, do not say a word. If you have a problem, go to your principal. So you can do work orders. It's sad that the state have to come back in, but if they come back in and they have to discipline the DeKalb County, so be it. The South DeKalb County, which I ran on this before, have been in the lower sharp stick of the pole ever since DeKalb County have been in existence. Everything on the south side of DeKalb County, that includes every school in DeKalb County, elementary, middle school, and high school. There is no accountability. There's no inspection. So with the state in,
oh my God. Sorry. I can't, I just can't imagine not having an inspection for your school. That I just can't imagine that. Sorry.
well, they're told to hush. If not, you may lose your job. That's what's being told.
Mr. Mosley,
Yes, ma'am.
you talked about accountability. So, in light of the whistleblowing from the students, which I commend the students for being brave enough to do that.
Absolutely.
I don't know if North Druid Hills is the south part of DeKalb. I'm thinking that it's not, which I think kind of shows that the inadequacy, but also the no inspections and no accountability is at some points across the board.
Yeah.
But my question to you really is, as far as accountability, do you think it was right that the superintendent was let go? Does the responsibility lie solely on her? Is it also the people that citizens of DeKalb County? I'm one of them. Is it rest also on any other parties that should be held accountable?
Yeah.
Besides just the superintendent? Because from what I've seen in the news, it seems like the board is just all over the place.
Yeah, the board.
And I'm not sure if just the firing of the superintendent is quite enough. So, from your perspective, who do you think should be held accountable? And do you agree that the superintendent should have been let go, or should she have given a warning, or did she even know what was going on?
That's an excellent question. That's an excellent question. We're going to start number one. The superintendent did not know when she came in. She did not know this. The board members knew this. I ran before the superintendent got here. Now let's go back a little further. The gentleman that I ran against before this new superintendent came in, when the old superintendent just left out, they knew these things was going on at the school. So this is nothing new. The superintendent is getting blamed for it. That's like you coming on a job and I'm letting you go, but you didn't know it was happening. So no, the board members is held accountable. The board members knew. That's number one. Number two, when the superintendent, if you go back, look at the articles, don't believe me, look at the articles. The superintendent, when she came in, trying to clean up to a certain extent now, to a certain extent. And when she asked for, I believe, was said that when she asked for Druid Hills to get back on the list, they told her no. So the board members is held accountable. Each board member, man, if I may say, have a duty to go out in the community. The district that they serve is to speak with the people. Each board member, that's from school board to county commissioner to state representative to state senator, each board member, and that's what is not being done. The reason why things are happening. I can name you several schools that's in bad shape. Now, Druid Hills is on the north side.
Yeah.
We hadn't talked about the south side. The south side of DeKalb County teachers, the area superintendent, have told the principal, you keep your mouth shut. Whatever needs to be done, you bring it to me. The teacher's gonna bring the maintenance gonna bring it to the principal bring it to the area superintendent, and then we go before the board. That's how it works. I don't know if you all know how that works, but that works. Then the board member decide if this is critical or not. And so what I'm saying to you, no teacher can talk to you. No principal can talk to you. They have to meet you out in the street, at a restaurant, in a grocery store, because they're liable to get fired if they find out who did what. That's one reason I, Willie Mosley, don't mention no names. I would never mention no names. All I want to know is about the problem.
Right.
That's all I want to know. And the thing is, Druid Hills parents, I commend them. I commend the students. I commend Lakeside students. I commend their parents. Okay, now that's on the north side of DeKalb County. Now I'm going to ask you a question. Why no student on the south side of DeKalb County is coming forward as well? Why the parents is not behind the students on the south side of DeKalb County? This is where the parent, and I want y'all to hear me good, I'm gonna say it again. This is where the parents have to join PTA. This is where the parents have to be involved with their child's school. This is where the parents must get a school council. Consists of 7 people. School council, not counseling, but council.
Right.
Now, everybody don't know what a school council or the 7 people can do. They don't get paid. They observe the school. They make sure the principal get what she or he needs in the school. Governor Roy Barnes put that in place in 1992. Every school in the state of Georgia must have a school council. But what you're having is that the principal want to run the school council. The principal want to get their friends and buddies to run the school council. When the taxpayer needs to be running the school. You're a taxpayer. I work for you if I'm sitting on the board. I work for you. I don't work for the superintendent. I work for you and your son. And seniors. That's who I work for.
I will say that I'm really hoping that the bravery that the students and parents, displayed with their whistleblowing, that's what I'm going to call it, that more students do that and come forward, because the taxpayers are paying money. We're sending our kids to school for a good education, but they also need to be in a good environment to learn and for it to be conducive. So, I will reach out through this show to all the parents out there. Be aware of the environment that your kids are learning, and stand up for them, and don't encourage them to say something when something's wrong. Because if the students at Druid Hills didn't do that, there's a good chance nobody would have known. Their school was taken off of the list for repairs, but it's obvious their school needs a lot of repairs. It's in disarray. It's not in a way that students should go there. And I can only imagine the countless of other schools on the south side and the north side that are in the same situation and can't speak up. So, speak up.
Yeah, the
But
pools. The
I have
pool.
to say this. This
You
is
saw
gonna
the
really make
pool?
you mad.
The pool was
And
like,
please invite me again.
yeah.
As you as a taxpayer. Now, with the board of education fired the superintendent, the citizens of the County going to have to pay that bill.
Mm.
The citizens going to have to pay that bill. They're going to have to pay whatever her lawyer or whatever they decide that is reasonable to pay that law fee, that lawsuit.
Yeah, I mean the way that it was done by the board was definitely grounds for suing.
Yeah.
So
That's one person.
Mm.
right.
They also fired the gentleman who told them not to spend that extra money, which is $136 million that they just spent. I was even told that they were spending money and told the staff to keep their mouth shut. I was even told that they even throw food away just to spend money. They're saying that they spending money so they can throw it on the records. Wow. See, when you don't, ma'am, listen to me, ladies, when you don't have accountability, this is what you get. This is what you get.
Wow.
So whatever the governor do, so be it.
Right, right.
Whatever the state superintendent do, so be it.
Yeah.
But it's sad that our kids and you as a taxpayer got to go through this. It's sad.
Yeah, it is. It is, and it's sad, and it's the sad reality of our schools now in DeKalb County. Again, if you all can get an opportunity to go back and just look at the news, 11 Alive, any of the news stations are actually talking about this and showing the pools. The pools are black and blue, and I mean the stalls. There's no door for the stalls. I mean it's really, really bad. Rats and ants in the water fountain. No one would want their child to be in an environment like that. So, but Mr. Mosley, we want to thank you so much for being on our show and just giving us your heart and showing us, opening up and giving us a glimpse into what the realities are and what the possibilities could be for these schools. We just want to thank you, and you please continue to do what you are doing. We here on YouTube's Radio, the Positive Forces Show, are with you 100%. We will definitely always have you on as long as you're available, and we can definitely discuss more at another time. But thank you so much for joining us.
And I would like to do a shout out to Val Miss Anderson does excellent job by making soap for the world. She has done excellent job. Bath Olicious. I just want to do a shout out to her.
Yeah. I saw you.
But I really want you all, please, to look into the school system.
Okay.
Would you really please look at that, because they take the money and this is and I will say good night after this. How can you give the board member, the staff that sit at the desk on Mountain Industrial, you got workers outside, the bus drivers, the maintenance workers, the janitors, the cooks, and people. Oh, we don't have enough nurses. I forgot nurses.
True. We need more nurses.
We don't have enough. We don't have enough social workers and counselors in the DeKalb County School. So, ladies, I'm gonna say good night.
All right.
I'm gonna say good night.
Good night, Mr. Mosley. Thank you so much for being on with us.
Call me anytime.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Mosley, so much for being on the show, and we would love to have you back. And thank you for bringing this awareness. And I really do hope that this is a wake-up call, not only for the board, but also for the citizens of DeKalb County to get out there and speak up for our children.
Yes, and vote right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
That's what my friend them fighting for. Good man.
Yeah, this is Fed Up by Jaron, yo.
My journey, God alone, I walk with me. Okay. I want them by them promoting. We fed up by the gun thing. And I know what them want. Not ready like ready for no shelling. Swanny say, watch your friend in her. Because me fed up by them friend killer. Why can we just live like brother, brother? Let love one another. Make the old days better. So we know one of our young leader. Make them fight come out of peer pressure. Why everybody wanna be a sasa? I don't know why just them who are press. When a big chain and white vest. Them put mama in stress. When the maniac march out and leave one life. Then Spanish don't be boss movado. Telling maniac, be on and get you. Listen what me tell you. We need more love in the ghetto. Sing some positive tune and set them ghetto youth. Living in a one man.
Yes, yes, yes. It was good having Mr. Mosley on. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us here on the Positive Forces show and giving your insight and your knowledge and your wisdom about the system of, a school system and specifically in DeKalb County. Truly appreciate your time and continue to do what you're doing for the school as the kids are greatly affected by the severely poor conditions in the schools. Just to talk a little bit about it, and that we don't see that in Gwinnett at all, and we don't see that in Gwinnett. I haven't heard of it, and we have old buildings.
Hmm.
We have old buildings, like the building that I'm currently in is a fairly new building. They've demolished even the building that we were in. They demolished that. The building that was adjacent to us, which was one of the Give West schools, which is an alternative school, they tore that one down. So two schools were tore down, and then they built up the school that I'm in currently, and then they built up another one. So our school conditions in Gwinnett County are totally not like that, and it's unfortunate. We've had Mr. Wilbanks. He was our superintendent for over 20 something years, and he did a phenomenal job. We have a new superintendent now that's continuing to do his best. So, but the reality is, it shouldn't be, you shouldn't I guess it's like race and everything else, right? It's like, if you're white or, you're more elite, you have more money, status, then you get treated better. If you're in a different environment, you get treated better. Or, parent voice is very important. Please, please, please do not hesitate to contact your school or go visit the school yourself. In my county, the parents are allowed to come in at any time. If they want to sit into the classroom and observe their child and their child's behavior, they're privy to do that. But the initiative has to be taken by the parents as well. But then you have parents that are so bombarded with life and the struggles of this world and just trying to take care of their kids that they have to work.
Hmm. Or
So
just simply doing their best and not really knowing that they do have a voice and that they can do something.
yeah,
So it's a lot of different reasons for why things are the way things but are with the DeKalb County School Board at this time. What I will say again that I'm happy that it's come to light, and I hope that more things come to light so that there could actually be change with that system.
yeah, it's bad. Those pictures were horrible.
Yeah, those pictures are pretty bad.
Very, very
and
bad.
and it's just interesting to me where it is because that area is
No, it's bad. It's
it's a
horrible.
pretty good area if you want to call it good.
Okay.
It's mixed, so
Mm,
it's not really a whole bunch of race thing in my opinion, but
okay.
it's just crazy how um, the conditions have become so deplorable. Like,
Yeah. It's
how do you
really,
even
really
still
poor.
go to school there?
Yeah.
How do you, as a principal, be okay with that? How do you be okay with the person that you are supposed to report to not doing anything? After a while, I guess some people just feel like, oh, well, my voice is not being heard. I can't do anything. But I'll tell you guys, in the age of technology now, you can do a whole lot.
Yeah, and I'm anonymously, right?
Yeah, and the
You
sad
know?
thing for them is that um, once the state takes over, it'll probably be some good change, but it really shouldn't have come to that to begin
No,
with.
no. If
You
the
know,
state comes
it just
over,
sounds like a bunch of mismanagement and
oh, they're
people
fun,
doing
man.
what they want to do versus what they're supposed to do.
Yeah,
So
it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money to just do what you want to do and pay who you
Right.
want to pay and leave everybody else out. That's I can't when I saw it, and I guess I'm beating this whole situation because I just cannot imagine that even at our school. I can't imagine that at all.
yeah.
And to see it, like I mean, Mr. Mosley has been telling us, but to actually see it, seeing is believing. You can hear something, but when you actually see it, you're just like in awe. Really nasty, really nasty. I'm surprised the kids didn't get sick. I wonder how many kids got sick, and they probably said it was COVID, but it was because of the environment in which they were living. Imagine you're drinking from a water fountain and there are ants coming up,
Yeah.
and you know,
For it to get that bad,
it's
it had
nasty.
to be pre COVID. So
Yeah.
the kids could have been getting sick and they not know why.
Mhm.
It's just horrible.
Yeah.
But let's give a couple of shout outs,
Okay.
and I'm gonna read some comments. So Kimmy Kim, shout out to you again. Thanks, come through with that song. Yola. Yes, I'm working on it.
Oh, she
I'm gonna
wants a
work on it.
song?
I'm gonna get that song. No, I'll need a song for Kimmy Kim.
No, I heard
Like
you.
how Monica had the song. So I'm gonna have to
Okay.
think about it. But I got you.
I know.
Kimmy says we're having rain right now. We are not, but thanks for sharing your weather with us.
Wow.
Shoutings and greetings to my SB mom.
Spee mom, her spiritual mom,
Oh, your spiritual mom.
Wendy Mitchell,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Wendy Mitchell. She's talking about
Thank
Pastor
you,
Mitchell.
Kimmy Kim, for the translation. Didn't know that one, so thank you. So shout out to my spiritual mom. That would be Pastor Wendy, original fly girl. Shout out greetings to my spirit mom, Je t'aime beaucoup, ma mom, spiritual. Somebody translate that. Remember, my French is petit peu, very little. But I get an idea of what you're saying. You love, very good, your spiritual mom. Yes. Favor in the house. Amen. Oh, so my bestie. Shout out to my bestie, Erica
Hey, what's going on,
Sanders.
Erica?
Shout
How
out
are
to
you?
you. Erica in the house. What? Yeah. So Erica wanted me to clarify to you all that I do not watch Fox Cable News Network. That is correct. I do not.
But Fox what?
I watch the Fox local news. That's Fox 5 Atlanta.
Okay.
A whole
Okay.
different
Okay.
um,
Thanks for clearing
Fox
that up.
News.
Thanks for keeping her on track.
Basically.
She's keeping you on track.
Yeah, they are not the same.
Mhm.
I'll skip that one. So Kimmy said, good fundamental question. Why can't we just live brothers and sisters? I agree.
Mhm.
And oh, thank you. She said, great effort, Lola. Thank you. I love my new name. I need to add that. That might be persona number 5. It's going to be Lola.
Oh, Lord. the
See,
French
the song
version.
too.
The French version.
Pastor Wendy said, great one, Yoli. Thank you. You know what? You're awesome, Pastor.
Of course she is. She knows it.
Actually, all of us are awesome.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Who's that laughing out loud? Show
Pastor
yourself.
Wendy, Pastor Wendy.
Over So shout out to you ladies. We love you guys. We are so grateful that you come with us every week.
Yeah.
Take that 2 hours out of your time
Yeah, man.
and sit and talk with us and
Yeah.
chat with us and
Yeah.
post and give us lots of love.
Mhm.
We got mad love for all you do. Mad love. So, thank you so much. We love you guys. So what's up next? Do we
Absolutely,
have a
absolutely.
relationship
Well,
topic?
she'll be on next week, so that's good. All right. So in the news, before we get to the relationship,
Okay, sorry. I
Lily,
stand corrected.
Lily Key, Atlanta rapper on Young Thug's label, reported dead this morning at age 24. A lot of rappers are dying.
Or going down.
Or they're going down. Give us a call of what you think about that. 404-916-5138. 404-916-5138. Atlanta rappers are like, yeah, and they're dying young. They're dying young. And unfortunately, a lot of the students that's what they listen to. And I've had a student actually tell me that he wanted to die young, like one of the rappers that had died.
Yeah,
And I
what's
was
sad
just
about
like,
that is,
man,
yeah, that's really sad. What's even sad is that some of the rappers, they, rap about the gangster life, but they don't really live it.
that's
So
exactly.
just put it out there, guys.
They don't
It's
have the
just,
money. They don't have the this, the
yeah,
chains, the all of that.
those Bentleys and those videos,
They're
they
not
rented.
theirs. They're rented.
They're
Yeah.
rented. They
Yeah.
are rented. Boo boo kitty. They rented.
There was one rapper that was on the other night, and he said all the gold chains, everything that he wears on his videos are fake. He's like, why would I want to go spend my money on all that? He said they're fake.
Wow, it's even worse.
He said they're fake. He put
That's
them
even
on.
worse.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm like, wow. Mm-mm-mm-mm. All right, so that's it for that. Condolences to the family, of course. We always got to pay our respects. Hey, what about Kevin Samuels? Did you used to listen to him?
No, I have listened to him for about 30 seconds, and I was like, block and
Done.
delete. In fact,
Block
I
and
can't
delete.
even block and delete. You know why? Because I never followed him in the first place.
I never followed him either,
So
but I
just
did
click
watch.
off.
I did watch some of his episodes, and it was quite engaging. But unfortunately, it appears as if do as I say and not as I do.
Yes,
That's what
girl.
happened. I mean, condolences to the family, and let him rest in peace. But I don't know if I want to touch on that.
What were you going to talk about? The GoFundMe account?
Yes,
Or
definitely.
what the pastor from New Birth said? Is it the pastor from New Birth?
I didn't hear. I knew he said something, but I didn't get to it. Did you hear what he said?
I didn't hear it. I just read a little bit. 'Cause I'm always reading something. But I think it was, he was questioning, Kevin Samuel's views on women not being, wanting a high quality man, whatever that means in his head. Um, them not being worthy of a high quality man, but having a GoFundMe account.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He made okay. He made. I heard him make that statement before, and he was yeah. Okay, so did you say you don't know what it's all about?
No. I just no, I don't. I just read that, and like I said, click.
Okay, yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
done.
So he used to talk about how women want men with a six, is it six figures?
Probably.
Six figures or higher. They want the man
And a
with a
certain look.
Bentley and a certain look, and they want him to be fine, and but yet still you won't be, your income is not high enough to even compliment him. Why is it that? Why do you think that you're good enough for them to even look at you?
Right.
And he would say, okay, so how old are you? And he would literally, but the women would allow it, they
He
would
would
allow
go
it.
in on them. I mean,
They would
straight
allow
up blast.
They sat there on their phones and listened to what this man had to say. So I mean, he had a huge audience. And he would say, okay, if you're 28, okay, do you have an education? Do you have a job? What kind of job do you have? And he broke it down. How much do you weigh? What about your hair? And he went in, and he's just like, okay, well, you're this and you have two kids, you're washed up. Nobody in this caliber, of this caliber, would ever want somebody like you. You got two kids.
It's so demeaning.
And he would say, hey, you know what, you need to go find somebody on your level. So that was his thing for his show, and it worked for him. And he did pretty well. But RIP to him. And but it worked for him. It worked for him. Whether that was his life or not, he was entertaining for a lot of the men. The men loved it.
Yeah.
The men loved it, I think, and the women loved it too.
Yeah.
Oddly,
The
and they would
followers, the
try
Samuelites.
the Samuelite. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
And they would try to emulate whatever he said, and try to just replicate what he said and become that person, to try to be better for any man that they wanted. So yeah, but that was his show, and it worked for him, and he did well. And um, that's it. That's
Yep.
it. All right, we were going to talk about.
You're right, Pastor. Narcissistic fella. Strips. I just love that word, strips.
Kiss teeth. I was trying not to say that it was narcissistic. But there you
It
go.
is what it is.
You heard it. All right. So you're more emotionally intelligent than your partner. That's
Wait.
going to be our topic for today.
Oh, okay.
Are you more emotionally intelligent than your partner? what does that even look like?
Yeah, what does that mean?
What does that even mean? Emotionally intelligent. EI is something that a lot of people are talking about now. And is it a good or a bad thing for you to say, well, hey, I'm more emotionally intelligent than you, I'm more in depth, I am more aware of what's going on. You can just sit back and be who you are while I just soak up and take over. And a lot of women, they're finding a lot of women have more emotional intelligence than men. But what's happening is that the men are accepting this lack of EI, right? And are using it for their benefit. So now they're sitting in the couches, they're flicking the TV. So if the woman wants to say she's better and she's more of a go-getter and she's doing this and doing that, the men are actually taking it on and saying, okay, well, you want to take on the responsibility of a man, you go ahead and I will just lay back and and fall into that hole or into that category that you've placed me in. What do you think?
I'm not sure what I think about that because I don't think that that flicking television shows and sitting back and accepting that is emotion is it shows your emotional, what do you call it, emotional intelligence.
Yeah, yeah.
I kind of feel like emotional intelligence is something else, so I don't really know how to comment on that. I feel like that's two different things. That's just
No, but they're
me.
right, and it is. But one of the actions of not being having enough emotional intelligence is that's like one of the repercussions. So the
Okay.
men are like saying, hey, okay, you think you're this, you think you are so better. I'm going to lay back and I'm going to do pretty much what you say I am doing or how I am anyway. Okay, so in most relationships, one partner sees themselves as being more emotionally mature or more intelligent than their partner. So these men are actually taking it on and saying, all right, I'll allow you to be who you say you are. You're the emotional queen. You're the intimacy queen. You're better at this than I am, so I'm going to fall back. So that now puts a strain on the relationship because it's like it has emotionally disabled the partner.
Mm.
Yeah, it's deep.
Pastor Wendy says, "Look here, people. There's no dysfunctional in God's plan for the family.
There's no what? Dysfunctional?
Dysfunction in God's plan for the family."
Uh-huh. Okay.
And Kimmy Kim says, "Being in touch and in sync with your inner self, deep-seated places in your soul."
Mm-hmm.
You know, um, it's sad to hear that you're in a relationship and you need to, you know, force yourself and oh, I am emotionally better and emotionally intelligent. My emotional intelligence is better than yours.
Mm-hmm.
It's this idea of I'm better, almost like the I don't need a man kind of concept.
Right.
It's I'm better. I just don't see how that would help anybody, whether it was the man or the woman that were saying it. I don't really like either one of them, but then to sit back, and maybe it's the way that it's being said, because turn around and sit back and say, well, you know what? You keep saying you're better than me. Do you? So then what are you doing? Nothing? And then, of course, people, I guess, in that type of dynamic of a relationship just sit there and take it and they just accept that this is where you should be. I mean, what kind of relationship is that at the end of the day? It's like Pastor Wendy says, hashtag dysfunctional.
Dysfunctional. We have a caller. Caller, state your name and where you're calling from. Wait. Oh boy. I did this.
Caller.
No, it's not the caller. It's me. I did it twice. Caller, state your name and where you're calling from.
Erica Saunders, Virginia Beach.
Hey.
That's your theme song.
Hey, bestie.
What's up,
Yeah, sorry, that pressed a button for me.
Yes.
First of all, united we stand, divided we fall. When you're in a relationship, if you're competing,
Mhm.
that's a problem. Emotional intelligence is not something you're supposed to use to beat your partner up with.
Right.
Emotional intelligence just means that I understand my emotions. I understand how to express my emotions. That is learned behavior. Most people don't know how to do that.
True.
Um, me being a therapist, I am still learning how to do that. I am teaching people how to do that.
Right.
It's not a simple thing.
No.
One of the reasons why it's so popular right now is because in order to have good or effective interpersonal relationships, you have to be emotionally intelligent.
Yes.
Why? Because part of communication, excuse me, part of effective interpersonal communication is you have to understand your emotions.
Yes.
You have to understand what you want. You have to understand why you respond the way you do. You have to understand how to be able to communicate that to other people
Yes.
in an effective way, not an aggressive way,
Yes.
not a passive way, not a passive and aggressive way, but an effective way. And the only way to do that is you have to understand your emotions. You have to understand where they're coming from, what's motivating them, and be able to express that to people. I'm telling you. So many people can say they're emotionally intelligent, but I don't come across too many people that are.
No, it's
I
true.
just
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a learned behavior. It's a learned. It becomes a skill.
Hmm.
One of the reasons why people have issues in relationships is because they lack the emotional intelligence.
Yes.
I
Yes.
just had to say that, y'all.
Yes.
Oh,
That was
I
good.
thank you that you I'm grateful that you did, and it is true. And Kimmy said, "Tell me more." So yes, that is true.
Oh man, there's so much to
There's a lot to EI.
that topic is so broad.
Yes.
There's so much that could be said on it.
Yes.
Um,
There's a
I don't
lot
even
to
know
it.
where to start.
Well, let's start with since you're on and you're a therapist, let's start with welcoming you as our therapist for today. And then two.
You know,
Thanks,
Kimmy's
y'all.
been trying to
Thanks,
get you
y'all.
on like forever. So we
And we
so
have another
appreciate
caller.
you.
Yes, yes, yes. So we have another caller actually too. All right,
All
so
right.
all right, no, that's okay. So boys typically, let me see if I can get this right. Okay, so boys are typically not able to get away from their mother emotionally, right? So because
Yeah.
they haven't been able, they deal with that struggle, and they're not able to emotionally leave and recognize their emotions. You know, that is something that is damaging to this to men. You know, we know back in the days we had those Freudian concepts, and I'm sure now there's a lot. It has been developed, but you know, not being able to identify and communicate effectively with their mothers, and then coming into now a relationship with, you know, typically this is for heterosexual couples. You know, how is it now that they can communicate effectively with this with their spouse or their partner, and they never were able to identify, learn their EI behavior, being expressive when they were a kid.
Yeah, honestly, um, I don't think either men or women know how to express their emotions effectively. I don't think it has anything to do with men expressing, not being able to express their emotions with their mother. I just feel like as boys growing up, boys are not encouraged to really express, it seems like, anything but anger. They're not taught how to express emotions. Women or girls are taught how to express feelings, but that doesn't mean that they know how to express their emotions, understand what they're feeling, and where those feelings come from, and then be able to express them in an effective way to their partner. Both men and women fail at that. Now, women may be a little bit more in touch with their feelings than men are, maybe, but I'm struggling because like I said, I'm teaching a lot of women how to learn how to be more in touch with their emotions, understand where they're coming from, be able to express them more effectively in relationships. So I'm seeing that women are just as inept maybe as men are. This is a taught thing. It's not something that is just innate. We're able to express emotions. We don't necessarily understand them and where they're coming from.
Yeah, where they're
And
coming
then being able, go ahead.
where they're coming from, or how to express them correctly or effectively.
Yeah.
Once you do feel them, or even if you've taken some time to find out, well, why do I express my emotions this way? You
Well,
still don't quite know how to do it.
well, Erica, I'm telling you, there are research going on out here. It's called psychological patriarchy, and it was saying that it's both damaging to the women and the men. All right, so there are a lot of there's some research going on about it, and they are looking at it to say yes, there, it stems from that.
From the mother?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, I definitely would have to read that. There's a lot of research that has gone on, especially in the past, that used to stem from or blame mothers.
Hmm.
That has, in the most recent, um, where they've done away with that research because for some reason it seems to put blame on mothers, which doesn't make any
Doesn't make,
sense.
yeah,
Right,
it's not
and
right.
isn't necessarily true, or isn't true 100% across the board.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can't blame mothers for everything.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. We can dig a little bit deeper into it when when you are on next 2 weeks or next week. All right.
All right,
Love
thanks,
you,
y'all.
Erica. Thank you. You
Thank
are
you,
the
Bye
bestie.
bomb.
bye.
All right, we had another caller coming in. Let's see if we can get, because we gotta wrap up soon anyway.
Yeah, and I got a couple of comments. I guess I'll do the
Okay,
comments
do the
while I get
comments.
that.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
let me get these comments down, guys. Oh, thank you again, Erica, for calling in and giving us your insight. Thank you so much,
absolutely.
bestie. You know, we always love when you call in.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
love it, love it, love it, love it. So thank you. We appreciate you. Another listener, long time listener of the Positive Forces show. So I have a comment from Pastor Wendy. Can we just get back to the Bible way? Lean not to thine own understanding. Hello.
Yeah.
It's not about our emotions, but it's all about doing this the Bible way.
Yeah. No?
Kimmy Kim said the emotion should just flow naturally and not forced.
Okay.
And we got some hearts. We got some hearts
All right, Kimmy.
for
Thank
Pastor
you.
Wendy.
Okay.
And can we just get back to the Bible way? Um, Kimmy Kim was agreeing with Pastor Wendy's comment. And Kimmy also said, we are damaging our males by the false state of being strong by not expressing their emotions.
Yeah.
And when they so express it, it is damaging. Hence affects them from expressing love to females.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
good.
I will say
That's
that
good.
a lot of when you dig into the where it comes from, a lot of it does lay on the parents. I wouldn't completely blame the mothers. I think it's the mothers and the fathers. As parents, we're supposed to be able to teach our kids, how to um, express our emotions.
Mhm.
And of course, there are parents that don't know how to
Do
express
it
their
themselves.
emotions,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
it's this vicious cycle. So,
Mhm.
for all the parents out there that you think you're not quite doing it right, and you have young kids that you are raising, or even teenagers that you're raising, do some research, learn how to do it. Seek some therapy, seek
Yeah.
some counseling,
Yeah.
because your job is to rear and develop and nurture the young people so that they are effective people
Yeah.
in this world.
Productive
Let's
citizens.
let's not
Yeah.
let's not produce children that are hurting other people's children, that are hurting other people. We
Yeah.
want to try to
That's
have kids and children grow up into functioning adults so that they can thrive and do it better than we did.
right, right. That's why you see so many adults and you wonder, you talk to them and you're just like, wait a minute, how old are you? They just don't know how to relate. They don't know how to communicate effectively. They're not able to just express themselves and just say, hey, this is how I'm feeling. This is what this made me feel. And, this made me feel this way. Identify what's going on. We have to be able to learn that. And if you find yourself not being able to communicate and effectively and be understood while you're talking, you know looking to that. Are people responding to you? How are people responding to you? And work on it. Like you said, get a therapist, whatever it is. And a lot of times there's a lot of underlining issues from childbirth, or from not childbirth, from childhood, that can cause these things, and we can get into this. Like Erica said, there's a plethora of things, like it has a lot of branches. There's a lot of arms to the EI, and we can get back into it again. But we're going to do our final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Quick little story. I was at the grocery store, and I got like 2 or 3 things to purchase at Publix, and the person in front of me paid for my groceries.
Oh,
after she had paid for all of her groceries.
Nice.
And so my task for my final thought for today, my task for us moving this week is to do something nice for someone.
Nice.
Pay it forward.
Yeah.
And buy someone's coffee.
Yes.
Buy someone's donuts. When you drive up in Chick-fil-A, say, hey, I'm gonna get the guy behind me. And then that person can get somebody else, so that we can be out there helping each other, not just helping your family, your children, your mother, your father, but extending your neighbors to more than just people that you know.
Yeah.
Not just the person that actually lives next to you,
Yeah.
but the person working at Publix, the person working at Kroger, the person working at Walmart, the person checking out at these places, the person buying a coffee. That would inspire others to pay it forward and do something nice to somebody else.
Yeah.
So that's my final thought: is let's be good to each other. Let's do things for each other. Let's do things for strangers. Let's do things.
Okay. And while you're doing things for others, do something for yourself. Pause. Stop. Think. Relax. Breathe. Take it easy. Pray. Incorporate God into your everyday life, everything that you do. Identify who you are. Figure out what your purpose is in life, because that's a struggle for many people. What is my purpose? What's this big P word? And once you find your purpose, because you're going to ask God for it, if you haven't gotten it, work on it. We always say, if there's anything that you can do for free and you just love doing it, that might be a part of your purpose. Stay strong. I know you used to say, have a healthy mind, right?
Have a strong heart and a fierce mind.
Fierce mind. And just don't be so busy. It's okay to just stop and actually pick up a rose and smell it. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your week. Make sure you have an umbrella for Tuesday. If you're in the Atlanta area, it's gonna rain. We're gonna have a heat wave. Guys, stay cool in the AC. Find a pool if you have one. Positivity, ITYTU. You choose radio, the Positive Forces Show. We love you. Big up yourself. Ross Dugal, DJ VJ Smiles, my co-host.
Yoli.
Yes.
And the hostess with the mostest, Kimmy Kim on the ones and twos.
That's right. We love you.
Lion of Judah, we all worship you.
Yahweh.
Yahweh, come down and do what only you can do. Yahweh, mighty man of war, Lion of Judah, we all worship you. Yahweh, Yahweh, come and do what only you can do. Yahweh, so me say, stop, big up the man from Galilee. From Nicodemus climb up in the tree. Lazarus never end up in the cemetery. Heal the cripple and him even make the blind say. Judas betrayed because he never prayed. Even when Peter cut off a ear. All things possible through the Almighty. So no more mighty man of war, Lion of Judah, we all worship you. Yahweh, Yahweh, come down and do what only you can do. Yahweh, mighty man of war, Lion of Judah,
You choose radio.
I worship you. Yahweh, Yahweh, come and do what only you Yahweh, let me hear it's a miracle. Select baby light and then give the sunshine to one. Let me hear it's a miracle. Remember the night you see dark, now we make the moonlight shine. Let me hear it's a miracle. I him give me the power to get 12 kids but cool. Let me hear it's a miracle. Miracle, 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 miracle. Hey, shopping know everybody wants stop on you. Show them never know master got blessing you. Government don't see a soldier or a cop in you. Tell them say you don't got your Bible and your honor to believe in a God and you still make money too. Family, alright, everybody happy too. Everybody see a visible, no invisible. God love everybody. Some of us are mighty man of war. Lion of Judah. We all worship you. Yahweh, Yahweh. Come down and do what only you can do. Yahweh, mighty man of war. Lion of Judah. We all worship you. Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. Come and do what only you can do. Yahweh, this kind of
positive, 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 positive. If you're ready or not. Yes. We're out here in Atlanta. About here.
Up in a 6-piece armor and boots and ready to go.
Pick up yourself, positive.
Like God cover we go. Finance with the rifle, they are me and ya. Almighty God, him are my protection. Cover me land from the evil one, ya. We no make we run. We just give them more lyrics and show that we're so blessed. And the blessings that follow we all, yeah. No matter try to see, angels over me. Oh, ready or not, so we come here to shine.